Hello, what's up? It's your boy JP. I'm clocking right back in with you guys. And today, the topic of discussion today is going to be corruption and why I believe everyone's corrupt. It's just about if you have an environment, if you're in a position to, exude that corruption more so than others. We always hear the saying that, oh, it's corruption, everyone's corrupt, the rich are corrupt, the president's corrupt, the country's corrupt, this person's corrupt, that company's corrupt, that organization is corrupt, that entity is corrupt. But here's the harsh reality, guys. We're all corrupt. We're all corrupt. I don't give a fuck if you want to believe this or not. No one's any less corrupt than others. The only difference between you and the people on top is that they get to exude their corruption in a more exaggerated way. They get to exude their corruption and make millions of dollars off of it. You are corrupt in your individual life, and you kind of take advantage of people. You use people. You fucking treat people a certain way. You do certain things that can be deemed as being a corrupt person, but you overlook it because you don't have any power. But the reality is, everyone's corrupt in their own way. You know, when you have a group of people who group together, it's gonna be corrupt. And that group sole purpose is to make money, but make some serious money. It's gonna be corrupt, you guys. We always hear that stuff. Oh, corruption, corruption. Listen, none of us are 100% good. That a good person doesn't exist. You know, good and evil are not. They're not nouns. They're verbs. They're actions that you do. They're not a noun. Good and evil is not a noun. It's not a person. A good person. No, it's just a person who does good or bad. That's it. But everyone's corrupt. I can guarantee you everyone's corrupt. The people on top who rule the world are corrupt, like the CEOs and the stockbrokers and the real estate people and the people who have the nuclear weapons and the people who run governments, the people who run secret societies. Yeah, we all know they're corrupt. Fine. But the people at the bottom are just as corrupt. You meet them every day, you know. You meet the people every day at the bottom who are corrupt, who's looking just to screw people over. And in fact, they have a more initiative to be corrupt because they don't have anything. They're in self-preservation mode. So the tendency for them to be corrupt is way more higher than anyone else. The people on top are corrupt just to try to keep what they have because they don't want to be poor again. They're corrupt just to try to maintain their wealth, to try to keep what they have. The people on the bottom are corrupt because they're trying to get to that level. Or they're just trying to survive. But our reasons for corruptions are different, but the overall end result is still corruption. The people on top are corrupt just to keep what they have. The people at the bottom are corrupt just to survive. But either way, it's all corruption, bro. Even the people in the middle are corrupt. The middle class people, even they're corrupt. They're corrupt in the sense where they don't want to be down at the bottom, with the poor people, with the 9 to 5ers. They want to be just right, just in the middle, so they won't have to be viewed as, a fucking wage slave. They're okay with not being the absolute, rich person, the absolute wealthy, but they're not okay with, being a fucking a 9 to 5er. So they're right in the middle. So they'll do whatever it takes just to maintain their position in society. But everyone's corrupt, bro. You're not any more corrupt or less corrupt than any other people, bro. In fact, it's the corrupt people that go places in life. It's the psychopaths that get to that Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos level, bro. It's not the goody goody. When have you ever seen the goody goody nice person get to that type of level, bro? I've never seen it, bro. I have never ever seen it, bro. It's the corrupt people that get places. So back to the topic of this video, everyone's corrupt, man. Just because you get up every day, you're poor, you go to a 9 to 5 job, you pay bills, you live below the poverty line, you're idealistic, you're quote unquote moral, doesn't mean you're not corrupt, bro. Like, just because you're a wage slave, just because you're not a rich person, just that doesn't mean you're not corrupt. A lot of people are in the mentality that only rich people are corrupt, and that's just fucking stupid. I've met plenty of people at the bottom where we are that's corrupt, bro. I met plenty of people down here that are just some despicable, repulsive, reprehensive people, bro. That just go around and just trying to get by on people and try to screw people over, you know, try to put people down, you know, try to use what they have to try to swindle people out of their, you know, out of the things that they have. But everyone's corrupt, bro. It's not just the rich people. It's not just the politicians. It's not just the CEOs. It's the people that get up every day and work a job. It's the people who run those small time business scams. They're corrupt. It's the people in your neighborhood. It's the people at the school. It's the people at the restaurants. You know, it's the people at the parks. Everywhere it's corruption. Human beings are a fallible species. It's an easily corrupted species. So why do we think only rich people are corrupt? Why do we think that as a group? What sense does that make? That only the people with the absolute ridiculous money is corrupt. And that somehow because we're fucking poor, somehow because we got the short end of the stick, somehow because we work low-level jobs that we're not corrupt. Somehow that makes us less corrupt than them. No, the sad reality is if you were in their position, if you put most people at the bottom in the position of the absolute rich like Jeff Bezos and them, if you put the poor people at the bottom in the absolute rich position, they would do the same exact thing. They would participate in the same corruption. They would do the same things. They would put their families in a powerful positions. You know, they would screw over people to maintain their wealth. You know, they would you know, treat people a certain way because of the ego that comes with being in that position. You know, they would screw people over as well. You know, they would make sure that their bottom lines gets fulfilled no matter what the cost is, no matter what line has to be crossed. They would do this. You guys would do the same exact thing if you were in these people's position. You're not any less corrupt just because you work a fucking 9-to-5 job, just because you're not absolutely rich. So I'm sick of hearing that, oh my God, Elon Musk is corrupt, Donald Trump's corrupt, the government's corrupt, Jeff Bezos is corrupt, the CEOs are corrupt, the countries are corrupt, certain countries are corrupt. Duh, anything dealing with humans is going to be corrupt by default. We're a corrupted species. You know, we're a fallible species. We're a contemptible species. You know? Nothing on this earth regarding humans is not corrupt. Nothing. Nothing. You can't name one. Even church is fucking corrupt. What does that tell you about human nature? What does that tell you about humans? That we make an entity like church corrupt. We make an entity that was created to save the souls of people. We made an entity like church that's connected with the morality of the world. We make that corrupt. So you really think anything outside of church is not going to be corrupt? When even church is corrupt? Come on, guys. If church is corrupt, everything's corrupt. I'm sorry. You know? They come on, bro. Just a couple of days ago, I was coming home from my Amazon job. You know, I was getting gas at the Wawa pump, and a bunch of, you know, I guess they were a bunch of evangelists, Jehovah Witness, you know, two women, two females. You know, she was trying to, you know, sell me the whole Bible spiel and, you know, God's coming to save you, God loves you and all that shit. She was going down the whole spiel. She was like, oh, God wants to do this for you, God loves you. And, you know, after she finished her little speech, you know what she told me to do? She wanted me to buy a fucking Bible. She wanted me to buy her little booklet, her pamphlet. She said, oh, these are for you to buy. You know, if you want to buy them, these are for you to buy. She was adamant. She kept saying, buy. You know, these are for you to buy. These are for you to purchase if you want to. You know, they're selling people, man. See, it's about money, bro. Even church, and it's about money. Even the people that's trying to save people's souls are corrupt. So this whole notion that, you know, it's only the rich people who are corrupt and that somehow that the people at the bottom are not corrupt because they're victims, that makes no sense. Everyone's fucking corrupt. You know, everyone's corrupt. Everyone's corrupt. Just because you're a victim of the higher powers' greed doesn't mean you're less corrupt than them. I'm sorry. That's just what I feel on the situation, and I just feel like we don't talk about it enough about corruption in this fucking human species. I don't expect nothing ran by a group of people not to be corrupt. You know, the health care system is corrupt. The criminal justice system is corrupt. The music industry is corrupt. The Hollywood movie industry is corrupt. The financial system is corrupt. The education system is corrupt. The religious system is corrupt. You know, governments are corrupt. Women are corrupt. Men are corrupt. Even the children are fucking corrupt. Some of them are just fucking walking demons on this earth. You know. It's just everything's corrupt, man. Everything that we touch is corruption. Everything. Everywhere where we are is corruption. So we have to stop this about, that we only look at the higher power people as corrupt, man. We're all corrupt. Doesn't matter if you're at the top, don't matter if you're at the middle, don't matter if you're at the bottom. You're corrupt, bro. That's why a lot of people say fuck it. They don't care about being viewed as corrupt because in their mind they understand that everyone is corrupt. So you might as well be getting paid. You might as well be a millionaire or a billionaire being corrupt rather than being a fucking broke person that's corrupt, you know? That's why people who are in power, they understand this, bro. They understand human nature. They understand how the world works. They understand how people are. That's why when you people come out here and say stuff like, oh, Trump's this, Elon Musk is this, or the corporation's this, or, they're not paying us this just so they can get bonuses and all that shit. If you were in their position, you'd do the same exact fucking thing. If you were a manager at that job, you'd cut hours too just so you get a bonus. It's self-interest. It's self-preservation. If you were running a government too, you'd do the same thing, man. We complain because we get the short end of the stick. But one thing I've learned about people complain about power until you give them some. When you give people power, they stop complaining about power because now they're in power. Now they're not going to be able. Now they're not going to complain about corruption. They're not going to complain about the misuse of power because they're in power now. It's all a double-edged sword, guys. It's all a double-edged sword. You want people to stop. You want a person to stop complaining about power. Give them some. You want a poor person to stop complaining about the rich hoarding all the money. Give them some money. Make them a millionaire. They'll never complain about money again. You want an ugly person to stop complaining about how pretty people get treated better. Make them pretty. If they were a pretty person, they'd do the same exact thing. I bet you if they turned pretty tomorrow morning, they'd use their pretty privileges as much as they could. That ugly person who complains about pretty people, they'd use their pretty privilege just as much as the people they were complaining about the day before. So guys, it's all perspective, bro. It's all perspective. It's all, what position you are in life. That's all that matters, bro. But everyone's corrupt, you guys. Everyone's fucking corrupt. Everyone. That's why most people say, you know what, fuck it. I'd rather get money and be corrupt than be down here with you fucking wage slaves and be corrupt. Everyone down here is corrupt just to try to maintain an image or try to survive or, try to be something that they're not. But, corruption is everywhere. You can't escape corruption so long as you're around the human race, Just like with the religions say, we're sinful. We're full of sin. And it's everybody. No one's perfect, bro. No one's perfect. Power will always corrupt. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. No matter how righteous, no matter how disciplined they may come across, you give somebody absolute power, absolutely, they will become corrupt, And people are absolute, terrible, absolutely, these days, And that's my little rant, bro. That's my little rant, Leave a comment down below. Tell me your opinion about corruption. Do you agree with me that everyone's corrupt? Or do you disagree with me? Leave a comment down below. Subscribe, share. It's your boy JP, and I'm clocking out.